Well, you're
three-way.
talking anyway. Danny never knows. He start to talk before. Danny, you aggravate me already. We're just starting.
Oh, we're
Yes.
live?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
And you were talking. Oh, there's 3 people here, or whatever you said. But it doesn't matter. Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm tired. I'm tired. We'll talk about all this stuff. I've been eating shit, but that's all stops now. So I was supposed to stop days ago, but I don't care. I'm as honest as the day is long, even to my own detriment. So anyway, I'm here with the King of Chaos.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
And, this is the King of Chaos, and I'm glad 50 Thunder is here to say hello, hello, hello.
Yes, good morning.
You really need a scorecard to keep up with my decision changing. Really, really. I drive everybody crazy with that, and I know. Sometimes I actually make a decision and stick with it. It does happen, but not with not when it comes to YouTube channels.
Well, you do the same thing.
Oh shit! There goes his audio again. You're frozen and your audio is not on. God, man. Come on, Juke.
Yeah, you do the same thing with vinyl. You stop buying it, you sell it, and then you start buying vinyl again.
Exactly.
So you do the same thing with your channels.
But there's nothing I can do about that because I don't have the money to keep buying it.
Yeah, sure.
I forgot I left this on a tab in my browser. A sudden speaking jump scared me. Good. I shocked you to awake this morning. Oh, man, I'm just not into this. I said I wanted to do it, but I'm just not into it. I think Danny's going to be frozen the whole damn show. Would you figure this out, please?
There's nothing I can do. That's the internet.
Well, that's your way you live. It's better not happen to me the day that I move. That's all I need is for to get an internet where I freeze up all the time.
Yeah, that's another thing. You never know. Where you move to, the internet might suck.
Like his does now. What's this? Call your ISP. Internet provider? What is that? It's internet service provider? It's ridiculous. You shouldn't tolerate this. And I'm over here paying money for StreamYard, and it's not even working. It's not even working. Well, folks, I'm here alone because Danny's frozen. So supposed to be a Joe and Danny show. We'll see how this goes. There. Oh, now he unfreezes again for a moment.
Yeah, it does that in the morning, and then it clears up. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't know.
We need you in the morning. We need you in the morning.
Come on,
nothing you can do. Just get another house. Move. Go to another state or something.
No, I love it here. I got my family next door. I'm not going nowhere.
Oh, boy. Come on. You and your family next door.
Yeah, I got family,
All right, Mark. I got to be honest with you. This ladies thing's getting a little old. Got to be honest with you, okay? With men here. Okay? You got one lady. You got Robin.
That's right, Robin.
I can play along for a while. Though. Hey, ladies. It's like, come on. Oh, where is Robin? She's right there. You just heard her. Well, anyway. Yeah, our signal's probably crossed. So anyway, I don't know. Sunday mornings. What's surprising is you would think that Sunday mornings would be good here, but sometimes they're not. Because people, I don't know, I think they got to sleep late. I get up at 5:30. I can't sleep much past 5:30.
Well, if you advertise in advance, you know what I mean? Instead of waiting to the last minute, you'll get more people.
Well, do you ever hear of spontaneity? How do you advertise spontaneity?
Oh, and he doesn't do spontaneous.
No, I'm not spontaneous.
He'll do spontaneous remote.
I'm a delayed reaction.
Just got a headache right over there.
You got a pain in your head?
I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it, okay? I'm sleeping in the damn bed now with a pillow instead of sitting up on a recliner, and it ain't helping.
It might be towards the end of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be.
Sure. You better listen to those records and watch those movies.
Movies, yes. Records, nah. You got French fries in the oven. Oh, you're in England, aren't you?
Oh, he's in England?
I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing him up with somebody else. I don't know.
I love French fries, but I can't eat a lot. You know, if I order French fries or rubber mix, it's got to be very little because
Yeah,
you know
we don't eat them.
the potatoes got carbohydrates, you know, and a lot of
No,
potassium.
I know. No shoot. No shoot. No shit.
Yeah,
Well, these days, if you say no shoot, it's probably worry worse than saying no shit. You can't win. Used to be you couldn't say shit. Now you can't say shoot. It's amazing. What a dumb world we live in. You know.
Control.
you know,
Government and everybody wants
or
control.
Yeah.
fish and chips in England. Yeah, they do.
Oh, I have a good memory. That's because I'm smart. I have I can retain things, right, Danny?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I
short
was
term.
having a bad hair day today, but it doesn't look too bad on here. I got to be honest with you. Not that I'm vain.
Your short term memory's bad, Joe. You can't remember anything. You know.
I can remember lots of short-term stuff.
And that's a primary problem with dementia, your present memory, not your past memory.
No, it's not. It's not a problem with that.
Because your frontal lobe here is where all the problems are, with your present memory. In the back is your past memory, you know. So,
Yeah. Of course, they're called chips in England. Sure, fish and chips, of course, and they shouldn't be. They should be French fries. I mean, come on. Chips are like little flat potato chippy things, but the long ones are the fries. Come on.
You know, Joe, all joking aside, I know you're going to make fun of me because sometimes you could be a jerk.
That's a distinct possibility.
I would love to go to England, you know, but I'm afraid of the airplane. You know, you can't drive there. You can't. I don't know if you can take a boat, but I'm afraid to fly. You know what I mean? You know how I feel. I feel like I never been on a commercial airliner in my life, and I'm 69 years old. Okay, I feel like Richie Valens. He always has these recurring nightmares of a plane crash. The first time he got on a plane, he dies with Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper at the age of 17. I got that same feeling that
Gloom and doom, Danny.
if I go on a commercial airliner, the airline is going to go down. That's my fear. I mean, the worst thing, you can get killed in a car much easier than an airplane, but still, that's in the back of my brain. So that keeps me from traveling and stuff like that. And it's really sad, but that's reality. You know, I'm afraid of airplanes.
Well, sure, that's nothing uncommon. A lot of people have that.
Yeah, it's not being cheap, but England and Japan would be two places I like to go. You know, and Italy, where I come from, you know, where my parents were born, you know, and raised. My both parents were born in Italy. My brother was born in Italy. I was born in Manhattan, you know, and we still have relatives there. You know, my aunt's brother and all, they left.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested in your life story.
You know, Joe, you could be a jerk. You keep
you said that. You made that clear. You made that very clear.
You're just jealous because I have more family than you do.
Oh, I had a lot of family in my life. Not right now, not so much, but I did.
That's past tense.
Whatever. There's such a thing as being too much with the family. I call this guy on the phone every day. His sister calls, his brother calls. It's like, would you stop every day talking to these people?
No.
Once a week. Once a week.
You can't talk to them when they're gone. You got to talk to them when they're here. You know, alive. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I give you credit where it's due.
Yeah. You know, it's like the Kennedy compound here. My house is here. Next door, about 250 feet, is my brother's house. It was my mother's house, and behind my brother's house is my sister's house. It's just like the Kennedy compound here. We're all together, you know, on Union School Road. I'll give you a location.
Oh, stop! Why would you do that?
I'm well protected. I ain't worried about shit. I got cameras.
You know something, Danny? I think that if I was to tap your head with a spoon, I think they would just crack like a freaking soft-boiled egg.
All I need is Lola, right? Right? She's a biter. And second will be Robin. She's another biter.
Don't come to England, as somebody says. It's too dangerous. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
It's dangerous all over. Every morning I turn the TV on in the Bronx shootings. Three people got shot in the Bronx. They had another shooting someplace. You know, no matter where you
You're not
go.
supposed to talk about this stuff. You're not supposed to talk about the
That's a lot
algorithm.
of bullshit. That's a lot of bullshit because it's not a
I
new.
don't make the rules, dummy. I don't make the rules.
Why can't we talk about it? It's ridiculous.
I know what. Here we go again. The head. No wonder that it's adding to the head. Listen, why can't we talk about it? I agree. Why can't we? I don't make the rules. Okay, it's stupid, but it is what it is.
Yeah, somebody's saying Queen Mary too. Right, you can, but who knows how much? You know what? I'll tell you. When I was 4 years old, I went to Italy by boat. Okay, it took 14 days. Okay, it was Leonardo da Vinci. That was the name of the ship. Okay, I went by boat, but of course, I don't remember. We got photographs. I don't remember too much. But when I came back from Italy,
Because of your long-term memory.
I couldn't speak English anymore. I had to learn English all over again, because I had my mother's father's brothers and sisters lived there, so we stayed there for over a month, But I never flew to Italy. My father was on the Andrea Doria. That's a ship that got hit by a boat from Switzerland, okay, and it sunk in the early 50s. My father was on that ship like 2 years before it sunk. The Andrea Doria. Look it up.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Anytime ships sink, it's very sad. Because it's the death of a lady. They always refer to boats as, "Oh, she's beautiful." Never, "Oh, he's beautiful." Always in reference to a woman. Good morning, Penny Lane.
He's going to tell us that they call things like she. She's a beauty, like a ship or something.
Joe. Oh, Penny Lane. Robin's on the other side of the house. She can't hear you. Oh yeah, see. My wife tells me I got trouble hearing. She hears everything. She's not bullshitting me.
She hears what she wants to hear.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how it is. The people that say they can't hear, they hear what you don't want them to hear.
Yeah.
They never hear what you do want them to hear. Oh man. So it's another start, another week.
Yeah, another start. Yep.
Getting back on the wagon after 6 days of complete debauchery. I'm back on the wagon again.
How'd you do with your diet yesterday?
Well, you know how I did with it. Because we talked about it, and it doesn't matter because you still don't understand. I made a decision not to follow it for the past week, so that's my decision. And now I'll be back. Well, maybe one more day. Maybe I'll start fresh one day. I don't know.
You go the acceptance.
Yeah, I just want to say good morning to everybody. Good afternoon, whoever I didn't say good morning or afternoon or evening to.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Oh shit, Robert P.
Well, that's nice to know. That's nice to know.
Yeah, I love trains. I love to go on Amtrak and take a vacation on a train.
What's up, Chuck?
Chuck T. What's up? Yeah, Joe. So I went through all those rough days with you in the last 6-7 days.
Oh yeah. I had some butter pecan ice cream last night, Turkey Hill.
Yeah, he even filmed these. I'm going to the store. I was talking to him at home. I'm going to the store. You want to stay with me? I said, sure. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera on. So he turns the camera on. He goes into the store. All this Turkey Hill ice cream. Turkey Hill ice cream is very good ice cream. You know what I mean? So I said, "Oh no, Joe, you can't be doing this stuff." But Joe, you grab the ice cream. He grabbed the ice cream, and then I went to the bathroom, and then I came back. We were disconnected. So I guess he was eating the ice cream after he cut me off.
Oh, right away, sure.
Yeah. You're talking a half
9 to 9:30 last night. Yeah.
You're not talking a pint. You're talking a half a gallon of ice cream.
You only do. When you decide to go off, you go off big. Then you get back on. That's the thing. Okay. Now here's the thing. So all I've really gained over the past, because I started last Sunday, a week ago today, and I only gained 3 pounds. That's it in a week. Which I thought it should be more, to be honest with you. But like those 3 pounds, only 3 pounds.
Well, as long as your body gets rid of that cholesterol, instead of building up in your arteries, because the cholesterol is another thing you have to worry about. As you get older, your body changes. You don't want to end up with clogged arteries and get open heart surgery like I did at the age of 49.
Well, you never took care of yourself your whole life. That's for sure.
No, that's the result of eating a lot of Italian food. It took me 49. It took me 49 years to clog, so that ain't bad. It's a long time.
49 years to clog.
Yeah, sure. You don't know what kind of food Italians make. You know what I mean? But yeah. So now I watch all that stuff. You're taking the comments off too fast. I can't read it like you.
You can't read one flipping name.
No, the one before that. There was one before that.
Oh, too bad. Stop flapping your gums and look at the screen. Although that's the idea. Is you're supposed to flap your gums. That's the idea.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man.
Michael, I got Robin saying that all the time now. And I says, do you know where they come from? And she says, yeah.
Maybe that's where you got it from, but John doesn't say it.
She looked it up and watched She looked it up and watched the whole conversation in Canada without Cap.
Yep.
Funny shit.
Yeah, but the whole thing is when he says "yeah, sure," he doesn't say it with the same inflection. Okay,
it doesn't matter.
I know that's where you got it from, but when I say it, I mean it differently. Like when he says, "Look, I was invited." Let's play it here. Let's play it, okay, Danny? Let's play it. You hear John in the background saying, "Yeah, sure," but it's a different kind of "yeah, sure." Listen.
Now I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
Maybe it is the same. No, it's like, yeah, sure, but you're being a jerk, Cap. That's the idea. Yeah, sure. We told you, we knew you were coming, but you don't know reason to be a dick. That kind of thing,
Anyway,
but when we go, it's an agreement thing. Like when we go, yeah, sure. It's kind of like just a pleasant agreement. There's a difference. John's is like, yeah, sure, I know, but that's what he means. And we just mean, yeah, sure, we agree with it. I disagree with you, sir. There will be a Rubber Soul issue. All the Beatles albums will come out. Don't know when, but they'll all come out. Yeah, he says, I got a cool mug, and my cup isn't bad either.
Right. Yeah, around Christmas time, maybe Thanksgiving, things will come out. They're waiting.
Any signs of slowing down? Sure. Every time I do it, I say that's the last one. It's just like, hey, look, I've told you this before. Do I have to admit to this? No, nobody would know. Nobody would know. But I don't mind. It is what it is. It's part of my journey.
Good morning, Marcus. I love you, bro.
But every time I do it, people, look when people, these idiots, of which I don't know if Danny's one, but people say, "Oh, is this? Are you gonna do it again today? Are you gonna?" And I say, "I don't know. I mean, I think that I'm going to stop, and then I don't, but because I just enjoying it too much."
I try to stop them. The last 7 days, I try to stop them every day.
7 days.
Well, 6 days.
5 o'clock will make it 7 days. 5 p.m. on Saturday. Sunday it started. 5 p.m. on Sunday. It's not 7 days till 5 p.m.
I try to stop them because we talk a lot. We talk a lot.
You didn't try anything. You were laughing your ass. Yeah. No. In fact, I bought a Colombian coffee ice cream, and you went out and got Colombian coffee ice cream the same day and ate some.
I only so far I had a half a cup. That's it. I didn't have any yesterday. I probably won't have any today. She made ambrosia. You know what that ambrosia salad is?
Yeah,
I
that's
said,
your
Rob,
last name.
I said, no, it's ambrosia. You know,
I
I
don't know
said, I
your
can't eat
name and
this.
your address. You're good
It's
going.
got it's got all kinds of stuff in there. You know, it adds up to a lot of sugar. I really can't eat that. I said, Rob, you better start eating that because the Jello is going to start to liquefy. You know, after a few days, you got to eat. So we gave some away. We gave some away. You know, and I prefer to stay away from it.
Yeah, the watermelon. As much as I like watermelon, that gained weight when it's water weight. You know, it's a lot of water in that shit. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, Robert P. Not for nothing, but I was back yesterday on the other channel and had the dollar sign. Yeah. Well, that's
This
why.
channel's
What?
not monetized.
No, it's
You know.
not. But that's why I'm back here because I'm trying to. I had gotten you need what they call 4,000 public watch hours. There's a difference between watch hours and public watch hours. But anyway, I had 1,900. I was almost halfway there, 2,000. And then what happened was I deleted a bunch of videos and then I lost 900. So I'm back to 1,000. I've decided to eat sausage rolls today. Very nice with what's HP sauce? Is that like hot? What is HP sauce? Hot
Yeah,
sauce.
you know, sausage is another poison. All that fat they put in there. You know.
Oh, I have sausage sometimes with Mikey arugula at breakfast.
Yeah, it's not a healthy thing to eat.
What, hot sauce?
Sausage.
I love
Oh, I put it up. So I put it up by accident. You're lucky. I meant to put this one up. I am tired of waiting for. I'm meeting the guy halfway. You know, I'll do. You know, it's
Robert
brown
P.
sauce. Okay.
Robert P. I heard that you like the Alice Cooper, his new album with the original Alice Cooper band because I watched you on Doc Docus. You
Brown
know,
sauce.
Alice Cooper is my favorite. As far as an American band, you know, well, yeah, they're from Detroit, but it's still an American band. Alice Cooper will always be my favorite. You know, uh, and I plan on getting. I have it in my cart on Amazon, but I want to get a couple more things before you know I hit that button. You know, but I plan on getting it. I heard Rachel says it wasn't too great. You say it was pretty good. You know, I can't go by people's opinions. You know, I'm going by yours because you're pretty good with music, but you got to listen to it for yourself.
It's a matter
You
of
know,
personal opinion. There's no
yeah,
right or wrong.
exactly. You know, so yeah, I just want you to know I seen that. You know, and well, I'm really surprised that you're into Alice Cooper. You know, I never suspected you to like Alice Cooper. You know.
Alice Cooper's got like 5 songs I like.
That was my first concert too, in '73 and '74 at Madison Square Garden, along with Flo and Eddie from the Turtles, Susie Quattro. You know, I seen Billion Dollar Babies tour and Welcome to My Nightmare tour. You know, yeah, put on a good show. Yeah, and he's still touring today. He's I think 74 years old, if I'm not mistaken. You know, but I love Alice.
Boy, I'm so glad I didn't get suckered in this year to watching the Mets when they were doing good. I'm so good. The Mets suck. They will always suck. They sucked since their inception in 1962. They suck. Okay, and I'm a Mets fan. Enough with the Mets. They're jerks. They keep on, you know, giving you hopes up, make your hopes up and everything. So, what's up
Oh,
there?
yeah, Welcome to My Nightmare. Yeah, very good album. It's a very good album. I like Steven. Yeah, I like the song Steven, you know. Yeah. Yeah, he's my
Sure.
favorite. From the inside, from the inside is an album that he did, and Bernie Taupin, you know, the guy that writes with Elton John, he wrote uh, most of the lyrics for From the Inside. That's an album that he made when he was in an institution because of alcohol and drugs. Basically, I think more alcohol than anything else, you know. I'm surprised he's still alive. There's another guy that he made a couple albums. He said he don't remember making. That's got to be
How
bad.
could you? I'll ask the same question I ask all the time. How could you have a gift from God? How could you have talent, fame, popularity, women, good health, everything you could want, and just freaking, I can't even remember making an album. I'm smashed out of my head. I mean, enjoy it. Enjoy it.
And,
What the hell, man?
you don't know how rock and roll people live.
I know how rock and roll people live like idiots. I know. Except for Gene Simmons, smart man.
Gene Simmons was smart.
I
have to agree with you there, Joe.
I see. I don't know where I put it. I see a comment at the Hop, Danny and the Juniors. I met Danny and the Juniors.
Yeah.
Not Danny. He already had passed away. I seen him in the '80s, and they did a concert. They were pretty good. And I got an autograph signed by the Juniors. But I don't know where I put it. I took it off the wall because they wrote their name in pen, and it started to fade. But you can see the imprint of the signature. Some you can see the signature a little bit, but what are you gonna do?
Elvis pinned him to the ground. The only people that Elvis ever beat up was his own Memphis Mafia. All he did was his yes men, right? They gladly took the fall for the king.
I tell you what, Alice Cooper was great friends with Glenn Campbell. Alice Cooper is a great golf player. He plays golf. He's professional, but he doesn't play professional, And he changed his life. He became a Christian. He stopped drinking. He lives in Phoenix, Arizona. He has a place where kids can learn how to play music.
There was a quote from David Bowie where he said that he could not remember the year 1975.
I don't know why you cut me off, Joe. This is a live stream. People.
I'll be honest with you. You're right. You're offering good information. The main reason to get this very reaction. That is why.
Now I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Now I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
Fucking Joe. I mean, Joe. I tell you, that's annoying. That's the worst thing. When you add those clips or cut me off like that, mute me, it's very annoying to me.
Yeah, well, that's for me to use. And yes, throwing TVs out of the hotel window. Yeah, I remember there's one of those in the "Give Me Shelter" video movie, the Rolling Stones. Now I got it over here, then I get it over there. It's great. It's great. Nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah. If you watch his interviews, Alice Cooper, I tell you, he's funny. He's intelligent. He's down to earth. You know what I mean? Great friends with Groucho Marx. They were best of friends.
Groucho Marx was best friends with Alice Cooper?
Yeah. And you're kidding. You're getting annoying. I'm telling you. He told a story about Groucho used to call him over because Groucho had insomnia. He couldn't sleep too well, and he had Alice come over to the house and comfort Groucho until he went to sleep, and then he would leave. I mean, that's a true story that it was told by him.
Yeah, I got to go out and do the walk. That's one thing I kept walking, during this week that I had off the wagon. I was still walking, but I didn't always do the full hour. Sometimes I did 40 minutes or something like that.
Well, Robert P., it's supposed to be a nice day, comfortable day today, but the heat's coming. I think late this afternoon, the heat's going to build up, and this week is going to be in the 90s. The humidity's coming back. So if you got any chores to do, I tell you, I don't know how. I think you're in Michigan. I don't know. Are you Michigan, Detroit? I don't know how the weather's there, but you better do your chores today because it's going to get very hot.
So hopefully we get more people here, and I can start talking about how I decided to make separate channels again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the movie channel was never going to go on the Mean Mr. Mayo. Movies are going to stay on the movie channel if I ever get back to doing any movie stuff. But you can't do. Look, my mind's made up again for now. You cannot have tons of different topics running rampant on this one channel. It's a chaos. It's total chaos. Yeah. Oh, you got to go to a funeral. The man who baptized you is past 91. God bless him. 91 is not.
I'm not laughing because of that. I'm laughing because of the comment. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Robert P. And I'd like to know how's your sister doing? You were telling us that she was in the hospital or she was sick. How is she?
Well, Robert P. Here's the thing. I don't know if you would own up to this in a way or sign off on this, but I always thought that you did like this new channel, Mayo Loves Mondays. It seemed to me you were very active, in the comments. But when you say what's it about, it's about life, retirement, trying to eat healthier. It's like once I get off this current binge, again, go back to it again, trying to keep yourself healthy as you get older. Just about life and retirement. And the rant videos are here because most of the rant videos are dealing with life and bullshit like that. So it's about life, really, I guess you could call it. As far as the Dean Stockwell zombie, that guy turned out to be kind of a jerk. So he's not coming back, from what I've heard. Now, when I say that only because I heard that he was saying shit. So whatever it is. So I don't. Yeah, whatever. He had his 15 minutes. Well, 3 is already too many. So
give it time. Give it time. I'll think of a 4th channel.
Yeah, so you got Mean Mr. Mayo, which is Beatles and music and records and that, CDs, that kind of thing. Then you got Mr. Cinemayo, which is about movies and television stuff and collecting that stuff, DVDs and movies. Then you have this one, which is all just about life in general, and I like it that way. I really do. Everybody listening to my voice knows this guy has been going through this over and over again, and after all is said and done, he always goes back to the multi-channel format because there's no getting around it. That's where my head is. I like things organized. This goes in this place. This goes in that place. This goes in its own place here. I like that. The whole thing is I would love everybody to subscribe to all 3. That would be nice because if you subscribe to all 3 channels, then you will get videos. And I don't think a lot of people realize that the rant videos, a lot of people like the rant videos. Those are really going to be here. They're no longer over at Mean Mr. Mayo. I have the old one. I have about, I don't know if I have 100 rant videos or something. I'm not going to transfer them all here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that shows you how crazy I am. I reloaded rants to the newer channel. No, the old channel. I'm saying about. I uploaded a lot of rants over to the main channel. Now I'm taking them back off and coming right back here again. It was an experiment,
Robert P. Thanks for your making a comment. Yeah, his sister's going to get operated on Tuesday.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, I'll say prayers. I believe in God. I say prayers. So I'll slip one in for her. Yeah, she'll do well. She'll do well. If it ain't one thing, Robert P. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I'm telling you, always something to worry about. Always an obstacle in the way.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that something? That's why I always feel in life. That's a video topic.
Yeah, life is a test. We're going through a test. you know, and there's always an obstacle you have to jump over. Sometimes you knock the thing over, you know. I don't know what they call it. You know, when you're running, you jump over these things, you know.
Oh, where is it, man? What the hell? There it is.
You can't be.
I
You
forgot
can't be.
already. Short-term memory. Obstacles to happiness. There's always something in the way. I have a fear of being happy. I really do.
Yeah, yeah. You can't always be happy when you think you're too happy. Boom, something comes in your
That's how
way.
I've always been, and that's no good.
Hurdles. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, 50 Thunder. Hurdles. Yeah, yeah. That's part of life. You know, we're going through a test. You know, your life is a test.
Yeah, exactly, Eric. You don't have to worry because Danny Downer will always remind you of all the misery.
No, no, no. It's a part of life. It's unfortunate all the shit's happening in this world. You know.
Oh, you got to let it all hang out. Oh, you're gonna take me home tonight. Fat bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go round. That's all I know, Darren. I know I got it wrong, but you know, yeah,
I'm not.
hurdles.
I like. Yeah. Thanks. I like Queen, but I'm not crazy about that song.
Very true. You got. I do agree. You got to have some bad with the good, but I like it to be predominantly good. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point, Robert P. Good morning,
Hello,
Alan.
Alan. Happy to be alive on a summer Sunday. Beautiful morning.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, he's really. I hope you're feeling better. I know you have some challenges too, don't we all?
Hey, Alan's a nice guy. You know, I never met him, but you know, he's
A great
very
guy.
nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think he was out in the live stream once with us.
Yeah.
He's a dog lover, unlike you.
I'm a friendly dog lover. I like friendly dogs, nice dogs.
Yeah, yeah. Robin was watching that barbecue video. You know what I mean? I said, take a look at this. What a beautiful place. And then all of a sudden, that dog appeared. That's a corgi. That's not the full name of the dog. Something corgi. She says they're the best dogs. They're the best family dogs. Well, actually, the Labradors are the best family dogs.
I have to be honest about this. You say you're both here. 6 feet above is always better. I would say 6 feet above is better, but not if you're in like. I'm gonna always name the one poor soul that I always use as an example, and my heart goes out to him. Michael J. Fox. I don't know that that's great being above. I don't. It maybe he still has a great time. If you're suffering all freaking day, that it ain't better than being dead. Maybe.
Yeah, I tell you what, you know, I'm sure he's doing pretty well. You know, as far as
Hey, John.
moving around. Hi, John, moving around stuff like that, because you shake a lot. You know, but I don't know anybody, maybe Muhammad Ali, that lived so long with Parkinson's like Michael J. Fox, because he had it over 20 years already. You know, so he's pretty fortunate. And Robert P., I'm never going 6 feet under. I'm getting cremated. I'm not. I don't want to go underneath there with the worms and stuff.
No, instead, you want to get burned.
Yeah, that's not. I think about it once in a while. You know, sometimes you know, I start thinking. You know, I think about stupid shit. You know, I says, "Wow." I even tell Robert, you know, they're gonna put me in an oven at 3,000 degrees for about 3 hours with this gas burning me. You know. Wow. I don't think I want to die. I think I want to be forever.
Well, the way you're living your life, it's like you want to.
Yeah, I'm doing it. There's people, you know, I never complain. There's people worse than me. There's people dying of cancer, all kinds of
It
shit.
doesn't work with me.
No. I can't complain, even though, you know, I got a few ailments, you know. I can't. I live 69 years. I can't complain. There's people that live only 10, 5, you know,
That
20.
reminds me, Danny, next May, if you live to your 70th birthday, we got to have a birthday bash here for
Yeah,
Danny.
sure. Yeah.
70, man. Oh, God.
Yeah.
My
Hey,
kid Google is already 70.
I hate repeating myself, but I can't get over it. Okay, now I look at time with people passing. People heard this before. David Bowie died 2016, the second
You
week
always
of
mentioned it
January.
before.
Okay, this coming January, on his anniversary of his death, it'll be 10 years. David Bowie's going to be in less than 5 months. Going to be dead 10 years, a whole decade. And it seemed like a couple years ago, I turned the TV on and I got the shock of my life because nobody knew. Nobody knew he had liver cancer or whatever it was. I think it was liver, basically liver. It was a total shock. And I tell you what, I was very surprised. Wow, no more David Bowie's gone. I love David Bowie. David Bowie was, to me, a genius. Some of his lyrics could be complicated. But I love Bowie.
I was not a Bowie fan, but I made a video because I
So
remember. What?
So we're in August. So January, I think it was the 11th of January. It's going to be 10 years. So I'm thinking about I'm going to be 70, and how fast that 10 years went. It's going to go fast for me too. I don't think I'm going to make it to 80 years old. So I'm close to my creator. It could be any day now.
Well, that's
You
why.
know?
Yeah, we know this, Danny Downer. We know this. But the
No,
thing is,
it's a fact of life. It's something that people think about. Suppose you're 90. You think people that are 90 years old don't think about how much time I got left? I'm 90 years old.
some of them don't, which is bizarre to me.
Some of them don't, but there's a lot of them that do.
I mean, if I was Ringo, I'd be thinking about it every minute. He's 85.
Imagine if we knew when we were going to die, if we had a date we were born and the date that we're going to die, we knew in advance, that'd be something, right?
That would be something. And there'll never be a stream with Don and he. You could forget that. That guy is, he's pretty sharp for a homeless guy, but when he can't concentrate and so he can't do a live stream. I've tried doing a live stream, doing it.
One thing about Don is he's very hard to understand.
It's gotten to that point. You can't hear or understand. I was going to put subtitles on the videos, but I think it would be funny.
Yeah.
My last two friends who passed got cremated. Both are in boxes on a shelf in my closet. God, I don't like that. Oh God, I don't have to talk about this, but that's what the channel is. You see, this is the channel. And again, I don't think the title "Mayo Loves Mondays" is going to stay forever because it's not doing as great as I think. When I was calling it, thank God it's Monday, it actually got more attention.
But my parents were buried, in St. Mary's Cemetery, 5 miles from here. They got buried. My brother's gonna get buried too. My sister. I want to be cremated.
Danny, this reminds me, we can't have any cake or ice cream or anything. What's your sugar like? I bet you my sugar's pretty damn high right now. What's your sugar like, Danny? Because I know you don't take care of yourself.
Last time I checked it, maybe an hour ago, it was 187.
That's hard.
My meter's in the other room, Yeah, but I had breakfast. It comes down.
Rod Stewart concert where he brought hologram AI versions. Oh my God. Those things are disgraceful. AI things.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's pretty cool,
You would, because you got a brain like a pea.
It's only a hologram. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not like they're displaying the bodies on stage. You know what I mean?
Exactly, Robert. Exactly. I could steer the conversation, especially with Danny when he goes on all these gloomy things, of which I thought I was gloomy, but next to Danny, I'm nothing.
It's a subject that a lot of people talk about. Don't let anybody fool you. Joe don't like to hear it because, especially when you talk about disease, because he's going to think that he's going to get it.
That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks. Michael Nolan has a new video in which he goes over to Paul is dead BS. Yeah. It's not. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Look, it's ridiculous. Paul didn't die in '66. It's ridiculous.
No, I don't believe that either.
You know, and not only that, they didn't set up any clues either. People think, well, I some people say I don't believe he's dead, but I believe they had fun making clues. No, they didn't. How do I know that for a fact? I don't know for a fact, but I'd be willing to bet my life on it.
Come on, Bubba.
Danny Waney. So this was all spontaneous today. Danny doesn't do spontaneity well. I found out. He's
What do you
always
mean?
got to have a plan.
Nah, not really.
Oh man, cremation. Who the hell? What am I going to call this? The cremation channel? I really got to think of a good title for the channel. I really do.
Yeah, you know, you got to think you're alive now. You don't worry about that. You know, beyond, when you go beyond, you enjoy your life today. You know. Right, Joe?
Sure, Danny. Tired.
Tired? Yeah, that's all the
crap.
sugar that,
Oh, it's sugar.
all that sugar that you ate. You know, sugar brings you up, and then all of a sudden, crash.
But you know, I know what I'm dealing with. It's okay. That was my decision. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a sandwich after this. I'm tired. I love a sandwich, man. Oh God. By the way, I had veal parmesan yesterday. Danny, I'm going to show you a picture of that. I'm going to and do me a favor, Danny, please. Before I do this, I don't mind having fun, but I am superstitious when you give me the whammy. Don't do that because I'm already having issues. I'm afraid something's going to happen. You want to insult me in other ways? That's fine.
No, it's not intended to be an insult. I know you showed me already, you know, but you can show the people.
Well, I'm doing it for other people, but the problem is,
You can have a sandwich. You don't have a 12-inch sandwich or whatever, how long they are. You eat half.
Look at that. Wait till it comes into focus. Look at that. It's a veal parmesan hero last night. I took a picture and sent it to Danny.
Yeah, you eat half, not the whole thing.
Look at that.
You know?
But I gotta say, I think this veal was treated well in its life that I ate because it was tough as leather. It wasn't tender.
That's not even funny.
I'm trying to bite a piece of it off, you know.
Yeah. Well, you got to.
Yeah. Wait a minute. How about the ice cream pictures? Hold on. I'll give you a laugh.
The video. You should put the video up.
That wasn't a video. That was just live to the. You said you called it a video earlier. But
Oh, it's turn into a video. What's the difference? You film something, right? Yeah.
I think I got rid of all those. Here's another one for you.
You can always put it on YouTube. Yep. Look at all that cheese there, artery clogger, right there.
This stuff is garbage. But like I said, you know, I can't show you everything, but I don't think I have any. Unless the only way I could do it is if I go. Wait a minute. Oh man. Oh, there's one. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh man. You know how many messages did you leave me?
So in 6 days, he ate 2 gallons of ice cream. He ate 4 of them, different flavors.
Colombian coffee. Danny went out and bought the same thing, or his wife went out and bought it.
Yeah, but on the live stream, I only had a large teaspoon, and then the next day I had a half a cup. I haven't touched it since. I could prove it to you.
Of course, I ate the sandwich, man.
Yeah.
If you wanted to work for fun, what would you like to try? YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's fun.
Farm work is very hard, you know.
What happened? I went off the wagon for 6 days and counting. I might make it an easy 7. 5 o'clock tonight, late afternoon, we'll make it 7 days.
Working in a record store would be a lot of fun. You know what I mean?
You know what I haven't done? I've done everything except pastas. The only thing I haven't done. I've done fast food. I did ice cream. I did soda.
We were talking about that. I said, Joe, the only thing you didn't eat, which was your favorite food, is, and he said pasta. I said, yep, no spaghetti.
What about ravioli? What if I go out and buy a bag of frozen ravioli and put them in a pot?
That's pasta. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be the end. Sunday, right? Sunday pasta.
Sunday.
Then it's a matter because you got to get that insulin resistance back, whatever it's called. You got to get rid of that again.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I had coffee. Coffee's good. I just don't drink it anymore.
Coffee has antioxidants, which is good for your heart.
Yeah, right.
It's true.
Sure.
And it's like an upper. Caffeine. Most people have in the morning because it wakes you up. Because of caffeine. But coffee is very good for you.
Toasted ravioli.
No, I tried that. I tried that at Golden Corral. Golden Corral. I tried that. I don't like it. They have good food. They have good food there, but I tried that and I didn't like it. I only took like 2 or 3 because I didn't want to grab a lot and then not eat it and throw it away. I didn't care for that. But other than that, they have some good food there. But our Golden Corral in Middletown closed. They've been closed for almost a year already. I don't know what happened.
I've never seen The Big Lebowski.
No, I've never seen it. I heard it's a good movie, but I've never seen it.
Hello, Scott. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
So everybody, make sure you're subscribed to Mayo Loves Mondays. This channel's not going anywhere, but the question is, what will be the future title? It has to have something to do with lifestyle, retirement, living, dealing with the world today, something like that.
Yep. Today's a beautiful day, nice and comfortable. You can enjoy sitting outside without sweating to death.
Wait a second.
And not being able to breathe.
We're going to get rid of this video.
But Joe says no. But I try to stop him. I said, Joe, don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, shit. I did it again. Motherfucker, I made the same mistake I always make. Delete something before I copy the thumbnail of it. Am I going to be able to get that back?
Yeah, I couldn't convince him to stop. The last few days, I said, Joe, you worked so hard for 5 months. What are you doing? But he's seen that he can eat all that shit and only put on 4 pounds.
3.
3, and then you figure
3 point something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll say 4. Okay?
Yeah, but that's for 1 week.
Yeah. So he figures I can take off 4 pounds. 4 pounds easily.
You get people out there.
I'll binge. I'll eat everything in sight. I'll go to McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, a Chinese restaurant next door.
Taco salad.
He says he goes out his door and everything's right there. Everything, all these stores that I mentioned are right there.
Right there. 5 minutes, not even.
Well, he figures, I'll binge. I'll only put on 4 or 5 pounds. I'll take it off.
Yeah, but what I want to say is people insist, and I hate when they say this. Oh, it's going to take you a while to lose it. It took you a while to put it on. I said, don't take a while to put it on. Okay, it takes in like a week. There was almost 4 pounds gained in a week. It took me a month to take off 4. Okay, so don't give me that stuff that it's the same. It takes the same time to take it off as put it on. No, it's not true. It's too hot to go to work. Oh, what do you do if you're a mail person and you deliver mail out in the heat? What are you eating there, Danny? What do you got there?
Oh, I want to show you. I live in heaven with Robin. Okay, these are our peaches. These are our peaches from our tree in the backyard. No insecticides, pesticides, nothing on them. Just nice,
Beautiful
nice,
beaches.
nice fresh water when it comes down from the skies. You know,
Thank you,
nice
Scott. This guy don't
beaches.
shut up. I'm glad that you like the new channel. This is part of our shtick. It's not
No,
shtick.
no,
It's
no.
not shtick.
You really pissed me off because you're the thickest person. Like testadura. You got a hard head. You don't fucking listen to anything I say. Not. You do everything in spite. If I tell you, Joe, don't eat the ice cream, you'll go out and you eat the ice cream. You do everything.
What about you with your Colombian ice cream, Colombian coffee ice cream?
I told.
You bought it too, Joe. You said.
Yeah, but I didn't eat it. I only had a taste of it. I could
All right, we'll
prove
have
it.
another taste now.
Nah, I'm not eating it now.
Nah. I like heat more than cold too, definitely.
Yeah.
Chicken tenders to go with the fries. Too bad.
They had good food, Golden Corral. You can eat it. Robin, you can eat all the steak you want. They cook it right there, how you want it. You know. I went for the chicken and fish.
Hey, if I'm going
Robin
to a
went.
place like that, I'm eating meat.
Yeah.
Steak.
Robin used to always remember her dogs at
Yes, I did.
at Golden Corral.
I would bring a little baggie and have them make.
She would bring a little baggie and order an extra steak and put it in the baggie and bring it home for the dogs.
Yep.
You know. I said, Robin, there's cameras all over you. If you get caught, it's gonna be embarrassing.
No, I used
Nah,
to.
I'm not gonna get caught.
Listen, yeah, I know about this Seinfeld episode. Tom Frangione at the Beatle Fest used to tease me when I would go up to play trivia. He was the MC and he used to say, Joe Mayo, Seinfeld, Joe Mayo. And I used to be like, I don't know what that is. Finally, I found out. And that was cool. Yeah, seafood's good, but come on. When you're eating ice cream and you're having a quarter pounder with cheese as an appetizer, followed by a Big Mac chaser, I mean, the idea of a freaking seafood doesn't exactly,
Yeah, I like basically fish. I'll eat shrimp. Shrimp is very high in cholesterol, so
Yes, it is.
I try to avoid it. But I eat it once in a while. I like flounder, cod, tilapia, fish like that. Tuna.
You know what I like? Flounder. Nice flounder. Oh.
Sure.
They say-
You probably got a lot of mercury in your system.
A little bit
I
of
was just gonna say
marinating sauce over top. Oh my God, it's like eating this chicken.
they say that, it contains mercury. But I don't even pay attention to that shit.
This.
Of course, you don't pay attention to anything. You just abuse yourself. Yes, I know I've done it in the past week, but that's only 1 week.
I don't eat sushi. Never, and I never will. No raw fish.
Sushi's great. I love it. Now, that's what I haven't had either because of the rice. Maybe I better have sushi before. I'll have sushi. You know what I'll do? I'll have ravioli for like around noon for like a lunch kind of thing. And then tonight I'll have sushi and call it quits.
Yeah, and clams. I don't know how people can eat that stuff, but I see that stuff. I feel like I want to throw up.
I'll
Scallops.
never have clams again after I got sick from raw clams once in my life.
Yeah. I got sick from mussels. I never had that since 1983. I remember very well on my sister's carport with my
I want to hear you. I want to hear Robin.
Oysters.
No oysters either.
No, that's not going to happen. James Farley, what are you doing here an hour late?
James, what happened? You overslept?
There's little red worms on oysters, and that shit's disgusting.
Yeah, no.
No,
No, you can't have oysters. That's bad.
they're disgusting.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't eat that stuff.
I used to think that stuff tasted so good until I got older and seen these little pink worms popping out.
They're talking about butter now. They say it's good for you. I've
been eating butter. I've been taking a little piece of butter, cut it off a little block, and eat it.
Yeah, when I watch my movies, there was an ad about butter. They had this so-called doctor on there, and they were talking about butter, how it's good for the colon and stuff like that.
I think I had kangaroo once.
Octopus.
Octopus is
Hey, believe it or not, it was pretty good. I didn't eat a lot.
I like snails.
That was at a Chinese restaurant.
And remember our frog legs?
Frog legs, yeah. And that's
Frog
another thing.
legs are too small.
No.
You gotta get good ones,
No,
Joe.
she slipped them to me. I didn't know what they were. I'm against that. To kill a frog for its legs.
Here we go again with
No,
this
no,
guy.
no. Frogs are.
Give me a break. It's food.
No, Robert, come on. You feel the same way.
No, I don't.
You are
Not
such
with
a
the frog.
hypocrite, man. You are a hypocrite. All the fish you like. You don't care about the poor fish losing their lives. Get lost with your
No, that's different. They get these frogs and they cut their legs off. No, that's inhumane. They're cute frogs. They eat a lot of.
Get out of here.
Serve a good purpose. They eat lots of bugs. And they cut their legs off because they want to eat them. Give me a break, man.
Get out of here. I've had alligator too. Yeah.
Nah, I would eat alligator.
Alligator's good.
Good morning, Robbie.
Hello, Robbie. What's going on? Yeah, those poor frogs walking around with crutches.
That wasn't such a nice comment, James.
Oh, shit.
You're crazy. I'll tell you one thing. Their hopping days are over.
You know what? I come to find out that you don't have a heart at all, Joe.
I've got a heart of gold. Everybody tells me that, and I do.
No matter what it is,
And you know why? Because unlike you, I care about people more than animals.
People can defend themselves. People can help animals. Bullshit. You
We
put a
talked about this before.
See, you never let me. You never let me finish.
You
Okay.
say stupid stuff.
You put any kind of dog in a cage, a metal cage, and you lock them up. They're defenseless. Okay. So what do? You feed them maybe once every 2 weeks. No water for a month. That's a sin.
Yeah, okay. And let me ask you: is it a sin to kidnap a human being and have them like strapped down or caged or something where they can't help themselves or defend themselves? Is that okay?
That's a different story.
Oh, it's a different story. No different story. I don't care about the frog, or the lamb. I care about the person.
I know. You don't have to tell me. I know.
By the way, that's not even 100% true. When I said that to make a point, if I do care about the animals. But what I'm saying is, if I have to make a choice, like I'll give you an example, like Jaws, the movie Jaws. Okay, sometimes they have reaction videos. It's the 50th anniversary, so a lot of people are doing reaction videos. Every time somebody watches Jaws and they show you the scene where there's a dog playing on the beach and he jumps in the water and plays in the water, and then you see like a stick. After a while, I guess he got eaten, and you just see this dog stick. Everybody's, oh, not the dog, not the dog. There's a boy getting chewed up on a raft, a 10-year-old kid.
The kid was probably an asshole. He probably deserved it.
Oh, Jesus, Danny.
Or maybe it could be Lola. Lola maybe deserved it.
I feel sorry for that little dog, shaky dog or whatever kind of dog it was. Yeah, you see the stick, so you know the dog got eaten.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like
that in the film. They should have put some guy, jumps in the water, and all of a sudden you see blood come up. That would have been a lot better.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I heard this joke. I was in a French restaurant once. I asked the waiter if they had frog's legs. He said yes. So I said, then hop into the kitchen and make me a ham sandwich.
Yeah, good for you, Peter. Yeah, better.
That's a great joke.
Those poor frogs.
Yeah, poor frogs. He doesn't care. He don't care if I'm even going to say it. If a young person gets killed, he don't care. He cares about frogs. That's what he cares about.
Yeah, sure.
He just admits it. Boy, oh boy.
If you got a couple and there's abuse there, the woman's getting abused, a woman could take care of herself. Take off.
You better shut your mouth.
Take off. Leave the situation.
No, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to mess you up in a minute.
You could also use.
I'm going to mess you up in a minute. You better let them go.
You can also use self-defense. No. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I'm going to self-defense on you with a hammer.
Yeah, self-defense. I remember that. All those sad, poor young women that are victimized all the time. I'll remember that next time, Danny. Come on.
No. I feel
Danny, let me tell you something. You come up with a lot of
animals. We're talking about animals, not people. You're the one that throws the wood the gas in the fire there and mention people. I'm talking about animals.
Yeah, well, all I know is, you come up with a lot of smart things. You know a lot of things, but when it comes to stuff like animals over people. You're stupid.
I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity.
That's why I get upset. It brings out the worst in me.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Gotta get. I love, like, you get out of a movie theater. You ever get that thing in the summer where you're in a cold, air-conditioned movie theater, and then you go out into the nice hot car, and it feels like a sauna right away. It feels good after you've been in the cold for 2 hours. I love that.
Oh, you were saying that you're ready to go to work. I suppose you take a train. Do you take a train to work? That was an earlier comment about jumping on a train. You know.
I might take a boat. I might take a train. But if I have to be there, gonna get there just the same. See, I can tell this section's is bigger in the last week. I can tell. I can just tell.
Yeah.
You get to know yourself, what you look like, you know. The week makes it. You got to be kicking it back onto the wagon fast. After the raviolis. On tomato sauce. Oh, with the globs and globs of grated cheese all over it. Parmesan cheese. Oh, forget it. Yeah, that movie, The Thing, I like it. The John Carpenter
Yeah.
thing.
What was that in the Antarctic? What was it supposed to be filmed? The Antarctic, where it's cold. So I know what he means. You know what I mean? It goes along with the movie. You know. Now that's a different.
Which dog is? Oh, that's Lola.
Yeah, this is Lola Farina.
Get Lola out of there.
Here's Lola.
That dog will turn and bite its owner. Very easy.
She's looking for my love.
Yeah. Go over there, Robin. Go over there, Robin. I think I'll bite your arm off. What's
Lola's good. She's a good girl.
No, I saw when she bit your arm. It was all bloody.
See that?
Oh, he's making out with his dog. It's disgusting.
That's real love right there. Unconditional real love.
They don't know anything. They don't know any better.
Oh shit! They're smarter than you are. Let me tell you something.
Better. Well, smarter than you. I don't know about me.
Watch.
He's frozen again. See, you're frozen. Well, see what happened? The dog cursed the stream. Oh, there it is.
Lola, you want cookie? Look at that. See that?
You
want cookies?
You don't give dogs cookies.
No. It's their dog tree. See? You think you know everything.
Oh,
it's their dog tree.
Is a different story.
You want yum yum? Watch this.
Absolutely not.
I love you.
I will not put Ozempic in my body. No way. I don't care if it was free. I don't care if they gave me $50 to put it in my body. After watching many streams with Danny now, and I feel he has a lot of wisdom and emotional depth. Look at him. He's ready to take in a big rod. I mean, look at him sitting there like that. Look at that. Look at that picture. Look at that. I got to remember this. 68 minutes. The dog's looking at him like he's crazy. I'm going to use this as Danny, what was going on with you?
I don't know. It just buffered.
Yeah, I know. Well, you stop playing around with the dog, man.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I've heard this. They eat dogs. They do. They eat in China. I think they eat.
You know, Robbie. That's really. I know you're being a ball buster. That's really.
They do. They eat puppies.
That's really unnecessary. Because listen to this. This is my dogs talk to me. I love you. I love you.
Would you stop it with that Yeah, dogs are good eating in some countries, especially in China. I think
That's it. Look at
stop
that.
encouraging those beasts.
Okay, all right. They're smart. They're intelligent. They say, "I love you. I love you." They're very intelligent, man. Let me tell you something. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was weird, man. Yeah, I saw them when it. Yeah, they got the monkey on the head and
Yeah.
throwing tape. See, that's violent. That's just horrible. They're alive and everything.
One time I went to my ex brother in law lives in my house on Wall. He's been there for 30 years. Okay, I was married to actually I was married to his sister. One time I went over, he threw one of those VHS tapes in there, Faces of Death. I told
Some of it's fake.
I told him I don't care. I said if you don't turn it off, I'm going home. So he turned it off. It was disgusting, uncalled for. I don't know people that produce that shit, but it's really unnecessary.
Right, James. He thinks they're saying "I love you." They don't know what they're talking about. People, dogs don't know what you're saying. Danny, how come your computer was all right for a long time and now it's starting to act up again?
I don't have a clue.
Well, stop
It's
playing
not
with
my.
the dog. It all started when you played with the dogs.
It's not the computer. It's the internet.
You got to move. You're in a
No,
place where you got bad internet.
I'm not moving.
You should. It's terrible where you are. Yeah. Oh, he's frozen again. Oh well, Danny. What can I do? He's frozen.
Yeah, I
Well,
see the red light. The red light coming on the modem. So something's going on. It's not the computer.
you live in a bad area.
But you might live someplace where the internet sucks. So you have
Yeah, I
to
hope not.
forget
I
about your
hope.
broadcast.
I really hope not. Well, if it does happen, I'll have to pick another place. Yeah, it's bad internet connection.
Hi, Frank. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So anyway,
Yeah, plus he's probably got the cheapest deal, Danny, because he likes to always save money. We were talking about that, but right now the way it's acting up, you probably can't get into saving money and all that discussion because
uh,
you're gonna freeze.
yeah, I don't know what kind of modem I got. I don't know anything about that stuff. You know, it was last year was supposed to be upgraded. You know, I got Frontier Communications. You know, they're pretty big. You know, yeah, it sucks when you're saying something and then you freeze. You know what I mean? It takes away from
Yeah,
the chat.
well, for a while we were hearing your voice, even though you were frozen. We still heard
That,
you.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you want to keep the audio.
What's that place? Saving money?
Do
What
you
kind of
save
place is that?
money? Menards. I don't know what that is. I never
I
heard
don't
of
know.
Menards.
I don't know either. We got our cable bill again. $222 for cable and internet. We got we got the basic service, no extra channels. Okay, 222.
Do you have Spectrum?
No, I don't.
Maybe you should change the Spectrum.
If all they got to do is flick a switch, fine. If they got to come over and do things or do go on the roof or do something, whatever, then I don't want to know about it. I don't think Danny collects anything anymore. He had those ridiculous Beavis and Butthead comic books.
Yeah, I got that, and the whole series of Beavis and Butthead in the movies. No, I cut that shit out because I got enough stuff. I concentrate on my health. That's what I concentrate on. Yeah.
He was the worst diet going.
Like Wednesday, I go to the doctor. That's another $40. I just spent $80 because I went to 2 doctors, so that's 120 already. And then I got to go to my primary one, it's free. And then I got a diabetes doctor coming up, cardiologist coming up. So I throw my money right there because especially.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested in your life story.
But I buy things. I buy things for my tractor. I got the 2 tractors, the Craftsman and John Deere. I buy parts for that. I just bought a Shark vacuum cleaner that was $300 because the other one broke.
Yeah.
And I spend money like that. I had a plumber in last week that was $450. I developed a leak and I had him change valves because the house is 30 years old. So I had these wheel valves. I says I put ball valves in. Don't use those valves. I don't know how many people do plumbing, but don't use those valves that got the round wheels. Use the ball valves. They have a handle. They're much better. They last you your lifetime.
I think Danny's diet's gotten better, maybe, but it's his bad life diet that got him where he is, though. I think.
Yeah, I'm 232. I might be 230 by now. I'm 232. I'm 5'11".
You have a different metabolism. That's all.
Yeah, I was never really super heavy. I think 240 was the highest, but I don't want to go there anymore.
I'd be happy to get down to 240.
Well, not if you eat Turkey Hill ice cream and the other crap.
1 week. Give it a break. Give it a rest.
Okay, well, talk to me in 3 months.
Yeah, you said that before, and when I won.
Yeah, good. That was my intention. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Cats really mean it because you got to earn their affection. It's great.
Yeah, we don't talk about cats. It should be Piccolina the dog. Yeah, cats are independent.
Optimum, that's what I have, Optimum. Well, how come? Why is that? Why is that? You say you're on Long Island or New York. What is going on here? Why are we paying for Optimum $222? What is the deal here?
Listen, Joe, Robin does it all the time. You get on the phone with them. You get on the phone with them, and you try to deal with them. Say, look, I'm looking for.
You've done it 100 times.
No, I know you.
Don't tell me you know me. We've done it. Both of us. We've gone down there in person arguing with them. Don't tell me that we haven't done it.
Wait a minute. Joe's like this in the phone. Optimum?
Me? The one that's always rants and gets pissed at people? Me being nice to Optimum? I don't think so. Good. I love that he freezes. It saves me the trouble. I have to mute him. That's bullshit, okay? And there's times when it does go down. I mean, we got it down to like 180 recently, and now it's back to 2. It goes back up. They don't care.
Wait a minute. Let me talk, okay? Don't mute me. This is Joe on the phone at Optimum, okay? Hello, good morning. Yeah, I would like to know if I can
lies about me. You're not. Yeah, he's frozen. See that? I don't even have to mute him. Ridiculous here. We have internet cable, no phone, and it's freaking $222 a month. It was $214 for a while, and it jumped up to $222. You have to call them when the package deal ends, or they will raise. Yeah, well, we got to. I know. We just. Oh, God, we just dealt with all this. We've gone down. We went down in person. Then they said we can't do it from here. You got to go on the phone. We got on the phone. We got it. I would say not even 6 months ago, we got it down. And I don't know how it got back up to 222 because they suck. That's why.
Because they got deals, but the deals, they have a date where they end. They do that shit on purpose. They do it with the phone company. You know, Robin calls up and say, "Hey, look, you know, we're paying. I've been with you for 30 years, which is true. You know, I
You've
think we're
done
paying."
this too, Danny. Oh, give me a break.
But this is you, Joe, on the phone. You know, Optimum.
You're doing shtick. You don't know anything about me on the phone, so why even do a fake shtick?
No, bullshit. I know you. Well, I like to know
me.
if you can give us a price break. If you can't do it, it's okay. I
I
understand.
never would say that.
No.
Make up your mind. Am I? Can I be a nasty son of a bitch or not? Make up your damn
No,
mind. Will
I
you?
don't believe that. I don't believe
You've
that.
seen my rant video. If you can't do it, it's okay. I never. I get on there and say I'm sick and tired of this fucking bullshit. This is ridiculous.
You're telling me that you're telling me you're gonna find somebody else. You're gonna cancel. You're paying too much.
You people are a riot, man. You don't think you think the person sitting on the phone, just a wage worker, do you think they give two fucks if I cancel or not? I've tried it. I just get somebody else to go there.
No.
What's the retention department? What is the retention department? I'll write it down. How's that?
No. What you say is you want to talk to somebody in management. That's what you want, management. Please,
you get out of here. You think you know me? You think you know my girlfriend? My girlfriend does it different. She handles it calmly until they get out of line. She did this for a living. She dealt with people. She knows how to say, "I want to speak to your manager." I want to, you know, she knows how to do it. Don't give me this, and still we're paying $220. Don't give me this. We tried all this stuff.
I got internet service and phone that pays $69 a month.
My favorite number.
Then I have Spectrum. The internet and phone is Frontier. Then I have Spectrum for cable. Okay,
She wants to drop it. She wants to drop the cable. I say,
that's $70. I have basic cable. I get like 30 channels.
$70. I get car insurance for $60. Yeah, right.
You want to? Let me show you. I'm going to show you.
When you show me that, I'll fucking shove it up your. I'll go over there and shove it up your fucking ass.
You're just jealous. You're just jealous.
It's not a matter of. I am jealous. I am jealous of you having the low bill, so that doesn't work on me because I am. But the thing is, I hate when you do this because I believe you.
No, you don't believe me.
His name, his address, he's gonna show everything. He does it all the time. I
don't
want to see it.
I'm not showing you no.
You thick-headed ape. I freaking believe you.
No, you don't.
You showed us many times. I believe it.
You're not going to
live in a fucking shit place. That's why. This is New York.
No, I don't live. I live in a decent area of Orange County. Here, you're not going to see no name, but here, you see it? $673.40. 2 cars. I got it. Robin's got a Toyota Scion. I got a Toyota Avalon.
Do I need every freaking detail of your life? Anybody here need to know everything about you?
And it's more than basic insurance. It's 300,000 liability instead of.
I got liability, no collision, and I'm paying $260 a month.
You're getting ripped off.
Yeah, I'm getting ripped off. And you don't think I fought with them and said this is all they do is tell me to take the safe driving course and save a few dollars. I argue with them all the time, and all they tell me is that's all you can do. Take the safety course. I said I'm not taking safe drive. I'm a safe driver. It's the other people.
It's location where you live. You got thousands.
So how you blame me? How do you blame me?
It's location.
So how do you blame me?
I'm not blaming you.
What it is. I can't change it.
I'm not blaming you. You got to move. You got to get out of there.
Yeah. One day it'll happen.
That's what I pay.
Not right now. I wouldn't want to punch his lights out.
Joe got a one-track mind. You know, it's his way or the highway. That's it.
What do you mean you got to have internet only? I want cable. You understand? I want the TV. Okay. I'm not going to be one of these guys that doesn't have TV and just goes around and watches Tubi and all this shit. No, I want the TV. I want broadcast TV. Well, considering some of the things you believe, Marcus, I believe that you think he's only speaking facts.
Thank you, Marcus. Joe's thick-headed. He didn't want to listen.
You're thick-headed too. Yes, you are. You certainly are.
Living where he lives is costing him a lot all the way around with everything.
That's
know,
right. So stop picking. So stop saying it's my.
you
It's like
got
something
in New
I'm
York,
doing.
you
Nothing
know.
I can do about it till we move into that plan that we have that we're going to do.
No. You can't go by that.
Yeah, yeah. I never gonna. I lost like 30 something pounds. I'm never gonna lose weight. Right. I'm not gonna move. Wait till I show you when I move.
No.
Mine are facts, Marcus. Mine are facts, not just what I believe.
Yeah, I
See,
got
you scared away Eric. You see what you did? You made me yell, and then you scared away Eric.
no. Usually during the week, it's not during the week. He has to work. Goodbye,
I
Eric.
would never go to Michigan. Are you kidding me?
Michigan.
You kidding? Detroit, Michigan? Yeah, you killed there.
You'd be next to Doc Dacus and Robert P.
That's no offense, by the way, but I don't know where you guys live, but why? What you mean? What things cost an arm and a leg? Get out of here.
I like to live in the country where I am. The country's nice, quiet. No traffic, no noise.
I can rent you. I don't live. I will not live in a basement. I appreciate the offer. I will not live in a basement because that could get flooded and stuff. I will never live in a basement.
Yeah,
Thank you though for the offer. It's nice
you
of
can have
you.
access to all his music right there. You know, you
No
can pick and
way.
choose.
Like, no way. Not for me. No. No basement living.
That's a big basement. My house is 16. My house is 26 by 62. It's 640 feet. You got 2,200 feet. That's pretty. That's huge.
Marcus, I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know what you mean by an odd internet site. I got a lot of health facts from. So I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I don't know.
there's a lot of good stuff on the internet. There's a lot of bad stuff on the internet. But I'm not sure what you're referring to.
I don't know, Robert P. Where you are, how the zoning laws are, but you could make a nice apartment right there and have a nice income. I don't know if they allow multifamily or just single family resident where you are, but 2,200 feet, I'll make a nice apartment for somebody. It's like having a whole house, and you could rent it for like $2,000 a month.
I'm not trying to insult you, Robert. It's a thing I have. I won't be in a basement. And people say, here's the thing: it never happened until it does. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. I mean, I've heard that about everything. Like I remember people telling me, like I used to say, like they used to tell me, why don't you get this? Get PayPal or get something like that, or get something credit or whatever. And I said, well, I don't want to get compromised. I've been doing it for 10 years. I never got compromised. Then a friend of mine finally did. Then he changed his view. I'm not saying, look, I don't know where you live. I've seen a lot of video of it. It looks great to me, but it's not my thing. So it's not my thing.
Yeah, you can have a nice income, and what you do is when you look for renters, you go like through Century 21 or one of those realtors, right? And they find people, they screen them. I think they get a month's rent. I think that's what whatever the month's rent is. They that's what they get for finding you somebody that's decent. You know what I mean? Instead of somebody off the street, and you can have a nice income. 2,000 a month. That's 24,000 a year. That might affect your income tax, but you know what I'm saying. But I don't know.
Yep. Once we move, everything will be down by that time.
I have a three family. I have three families. So you can't live on Social Security. It's impossible. For what I get, 1,400 a month. The rent's more.
Some people do live on it and can.
No, the rent's more than that. A 2-bedroom is $1,400 to $1,600 where I live.
You're doing it again, though. You're speaking for everybody else again. You're doing that general swiping statement.
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I said I couldn't live on. You're not listening, okay? You with that freaking phone.
To you, imagine that.
I couldn't rent an apartment. Because $1,400 is not enough to rent an apartment for a month. Then you got everything else. You know what I mean? But I got the three family. And Joe Googled my house where I live now over here, and I can't believe it.
This guy so stupid. Yeah, I Googled your house. That's right. Don't tell everybody to do that.
Well, what's the difference? They don't know my address. And I can't believe the information they put on there. They said my house is valued at $427,000. Why would they want to put that on my location? What's the
The world
point?
sucks.
You go to the city hall there, or the town hall there, where they got the tax records are open to anybody. You can go there and look up anybody's taxes, your next door neighbor. I never did that. I don't believe in that shit. I get my tax bill and I pay it.
Yeah, well, like I said, everybody's got their thing. What can I tell you? Whatever works for you, works for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I retired at 62.
No, you retired earlier than that.
You can't retire earlier than that.
Yes, you do. Hey, dummy. Yes, you can. We're talking about Social Security collecting.
Right, 62. That's the
You
age.
retired earlier than that. You told us that.
No, I didn't.
You
62.
stopped working earlier than that. You've told us that.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't collect no Social Security. No. I retired at the age of 49 from my job. I never went back after heart surgery, and I never got welfare or social services. I lived off the money that I made as a plant manager. 20 years ago, I was making $50,000 a year. Plus, I had the 3 families because I had my 3-family house since '83. My job closed the end of 2004, so I had all that income.
Like Robert P. says, but he's right about this. If you don't collect at 62 and you wait till 67 or something, you leave a lot of money on the table, and it takes you got to live to 88 to get the money that you left behind 5 years by not collecting it earlier. Right. So people not really accomplishing anything, unless of course they have money now or something. I don't know where they're working now. But you still leaving money on the table. I know that. And it's the same thing with paying rent. Yeah, what do you want me to tell you?
Retiring at what age depends on an individual. What their thing is, their affairs. If you're working, you can work and collect Social Security. It depends on their finances.
I'm collecting $2,300. It's still difficult to make ends meet, he says. Frank says.
Yeah, right. That's right.
I collect more than that in between pension and Social Security.
So if you want to, if you got family locals, but if your family's far away, then this is what you do. In order to make your money go further, is you move to a state where it's cheaper. You got to move somewhere where the population is very low. They don't have no schools, because I tell you what, if I told you in all these years on 2 houses how much I paid in school taxes, $7,000 a year. Of course, they were cheaper back in '83. But if I added up all the money I paid in school taxes for 2 homes, it's well more than $500,000. And I never had anybody going to school. I never had children. But you still got to pay school taxes, which is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Yep. No kids.
You're jealous. That's all. You're jealous that you got.
No, I'm not jealous. I don't mind paying property tax because they plow. They plow to keep the roads clean. We have the police, town department police, and other things. The roads are nice. But school tax, I shouldn't have to pay no more at retirement age.
Good morning.
And if you have 4 homes, you have to pay school tax on all 4. Is that just your homes for? I don't have 4 homes. I got 2.
So what are you bringing it up for?
Yeah, let me finish. It's not just your primary residence. You got to pay school tax. Any home that you own or any properties, you have to pay school tax. So they get you coming and going. It's totally ridiculous.
Chauncey. Well, that Chauncey Phillips is putting on weight, man. The guy, Cool Duder, man. What's up with him?
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen him lately. Yeah, I haven't seen him lately. Pictures of him. He's in California, but
he lost like 200 something pounds, and now he's putting it back. Yes,
Yeah,
you lost 6 pounds. Oh, good for you.
it's very good.
That's what I'll be saying in a few weeks.
Robert P. I told Joe he's got his 401k frozen. The economy is doing very well. He's got to sit down with
Yeah, I
somebody.
wonder
Got to
why.
diversify. I never had a 401k. I never had a luxury of that or a pension plan with my job. We got our profit sharing, before we closed, but it was only 18,000, nothing. But he's got his assets frozen, which he's losing money since COVID. He's got it frozen, which I told him. You got to diversify. Somebody can help you with that. You
Who's
know,
somebody?
Vanguard is good. Vanguard is
I don't got that. I don't got enough money in there to worry about hiring a person.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have is going to grow if you unfreeze it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. All I know was there was the C fund, the G fund, and the F fund. That's all I know.
Yeah, savings account ain't paying nowhere near 4%. It might be 1.5%. I don't even know if it's that.
I really should do that. I really should. But you know what, folks, I have bad luck. If I move it, the stock market will start going down. If I move it, I don't know what to tell them. I got to say, okay, I got everything in the. Yeah, I don't know what they are. They have letters. The G fund is the safe fund with nothing, no risk. That's what everything's in. Then I don't know what the C fund was like. Not too bad, and then the F was really risky. But I don't know what they stand for. But
Robert P. Read his comment. Read his comment.
I read his comment and I put it up.
Which one?
Both of them.
Okay. Fidelity Investments. Okay. That money you have is long term. You can't be afraid of it going down because eventually it goes back up again. That's long. You're not supposed to touch that. That's a long term.
It depends how much you got in there. If you don't have a lot, can it go down to the point where there's nothing?
No, never heard of
I don't have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in there.
No. The money you have in there is going to earn interest.
Yeah, I know. There's so many things I could be doing different, I guess.
Can't be afraid. If I was afraid, I would have never bought my first house at 29 years old. And you know what inspired me? Because my ex-girlfriend, Jen, I'll show you a picture. She's Chinese, right? No, I'm not going to show you again.
You don't have to know.
In 83, she was going to move down to Queens with her sister. I didn't want her to go. So it just so happens, this is destiny, so happens that a friend of mine, Tony Fontana from Whitestone, gave me a call. He says, are you interested in buying a home? It's going to be the best investment in your life. I said, okay. So I looked at the house and I bought it. And at the time, I bought it for $35,000 in 1983, 3-family. Of course, I put new siding. I put all new electric in there, all big cable in there. I did a lot of upgrades. I must have put like maybe 60,000 in it, 70,000. Okay, but I've been renting it since 1983. So I had an income. I got a return. That was the best investment I ever made. But like I said, I couldn't live on Social Security.
So I don't know. It depends. Sometimes I give him a half. Today I gave him. What do you have today? 40 minutes.
Yeah, it depends if I have the computer on because out of the blue in the morning he's itching to do a live stream, and I'm off the air.
Oh, this is true, Danny. This is true.
I told him we can't have it too often, because it becomes.
Well, I said that. So, hey, hold on, Buster. I also said we can't have it too often. I'm not going to do it every day.
Oh, what are you going to talk about? I don't go nowhere. I'm home all the time. You know what I mean? I don't watch too much. We can't even talk about the news. How many times you want to hear I got diabetes and kidney disease? You know what I mean?
Every day.
Nah, bull.
No, kidding. Well, it's fun, but it's not funny.
No, it's not funny at all. See, Chauncey says Vanguard. Vanguard is very good. That's what Tony Fontana had. He made a lot of money. This guy one time had 8 houses. 8 houses. And I bought one from him. Yeah, down White. He lived in Whitestone. He lived down there. He had 2 in Montgomery. Houses. 8 of them. And he started out, his first house he bought when he was 18 by selling pretzels on the street. At the age of 18, he bought his first home. This guy, Tony Fontana, he's Italian. His parents were good friends with my parents. He passed away. He got Parkinson's and he passed away. He was a good guy. And, I could thank him every day, for selling me that home, to better my life, because I worked in a factory all my life, and the last years of work, in 12 years, I became a plant manager, executive, and I have to thank him, because if I would have never bought that house, maybe I wouldn't be here right now, living here, because of all the expenses, So, but he had Vanguard, but I never invested. I got Prudential stocks, but that was given to me when they went public. They gave me 24 shares of Prudential, which is worth about the last time I looked, it was like $2,700. But I keep them, and I get the dividends every 3 months. They go now. They used to send you a check. Now it goes into my checking account, because they don't mail checks out anymore. It used to come by check. And it's only $52.40 every quarter, but it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? So I gotta call him. I gotta. Cause it's in my name only. I gotta call because I'm married. God forbid if I die. How hard is it to put it in her name? Are they gonna talk to her over the phone, or she has to go on a computer? She doesn't know anything about my stocks. She knows I have them, but she don't know who to call. But I got all my paperwork, because they send you paperwork, telling you how much your stocks are worth and if you want to sell them. So, but I have to call and add a beneficiary, my wife, in case I croak. But other than that, I'm afraid. I don't want to lose no money. You know what I mean? Just like I don't play the lottery. I never play scratch offs and stuff. I give enough money to the state of New York. I don't gamble. Because it can become a problem once you start winning a little bit, and then you get the fever, and then you go. It's like Joe. Like Joe, what he did with the food. He had 3 slices of pizza, and then that encouraged him to have a fucking Whopper with a soda, with French fries, and then he went for another cheeseburger. That's what happens. The same with gambling. Once you win, it becomes a habit. It can become a habit, And I don't like to gamble, But you got to be content with what you have. You got to be happy. Because there's a lot of people that don't have anything, So you got to be content. You can't be jealous of the rich and famous and stuff like that. And say, look all the money. Like a baseball player, a guy hits a ball with a bat and runs. It makes millions and millions of dollars. Unbelievable. Only in America. And the poor guy digging ditches gets $25 an hour, working his ass off with a pick and shovel. Unbelievable. That's all right, Joe. You can go to sleep, take a nap. With all that sugar that you consume, you could take a nap. But yeah, Joe's afraid. He's afraid of investing. He thinks he's gonna lose. You get that thing where if he unfreezes, he's gonna lose all the money. But that's not the case, because your money is split up. You're like a pie. So you lose some place and you gain another, But he's lucky he got a 401k working all those years. I never had the luxury, But I missed my job. I had a good job. I was a plant manager. I had 37 people under me, nobody over me. The bosses lived in Valley Stream, and they used to call. and the old Jonas Hayes, the old man, used to come up once a month. Jay Hayes, the son, used to come up once every 4 months. So I was on my own, you know. Everything was done over the phone, and he rarely talked to me. He had people. He was basically interested in people in the assembly that put the product together and shipping and stuff like that, or somebody that does the inventory. And he really never bothered me, you know. And at the time, I used to go out with a Spanish guy, Ruben Ferreira. We used to go to 7-Eleven. We used to go to 7-Eleven every lunch, almost every lunchtime, right, from 12 to 12:30. We used to spark up a joint. I used to go back to the factory stoned, and I used to say, "Oh shit! I hope Jay don't call me. I hope he don't want to talk to me today because I'm stoned. You know, he's not gonna see my eyes, but you know, how am I gonna talk and shit like that?" But he never bothered me, you know. And in the wintertime, I had the luxuries. I used to go to FYE. I used to go. This is on the payroll. I used to go to FYE, look at buy CDs and stuff like that. You know, at the time I didn't buy DVDs. You know, but I used to go. I used to go to ShopRite in the winter months and do my shopping because I know being in the trunk for hours, you know, the food wasn't gonna go bad, you know, because it was cold outside. I used to do all my shopping, and then it was time to go home. I had the groceries, you know. I was married then. I had a wife, you know. But oh yeah, I used to listen to music in my office. You know, you bullshit with people. You know, and it's a high paying
You'll
job.
just keep talking. You'll just keep on talking, won't you?
What more do you want in life? And then in 2004, we couldn't compete with the Chinese imports. We manufactured tubular plumbing.
Oh, this guy, man, I can't believe it. I thought he would say, Joe, come on, where are you? Come back or something. What is with you, man? I was here the whole time just listening to your nonsense. No, it was.
Joe, believe it or not, I didn't miss you. I didn't miss you at all. I said, I hope you went to sleep.
I was wondering where Lynette was been, and here she is. Finally, Lynette found us again.
Hi, Lynette. Yeah, I was talking about my job, how good it was. You know, I miss it. You know.
By the way, Lynette, how's the Beetle Fest? You go to Chicago Fest? How is it? Is it crowded? Is it less than usual? What's the deal? You know, get a honest, unbiased opinion.
Yeah, the good old days. You know. Yeah, it was nice every week getting that paycheck. You know what I mean? Nice, big paycheck. You know, and I had the 3 families. I never touched my paycheck from my job. They went right in the bank when I even.
I believe that. Oh, I believe that.
I'm not like Joe. No.
No life, no enjoyment. Just say it.
I believe in the future. I put all that money every week.
The future's guaranteed to nobody, as you said.
I don't care. You got to think that you're going to live, okay? And then
you don't think that. You're always thinking that you're going to die.
I always bought what I wanted, okay? In '95, I bought the house that I lived in. I wrote 3 checks. I wrote 3 checks that come out to about $137,000. I paid none of my houses were through the bank. Tony, I paid direct. At the time, it was high. It was 13% interest on my mortgage. But I paid him direct. It was $271.51 every month for 10 years. That's what I paid. I remember. I used to send him a check every month, you know. But I think Reagan was in office. The interest rates were very high, you know. And the CD rates were high too. I made like 11% on my money, you know. I wish that would come back. It's good for the savers, but it's bad for the borrowers. People, you know, with credit cards and stuff like that. But for people on Social Security and their money in the bank, 11% interest is wonderful. Like a
for what? 11% interest, right? For what? To just save more money. You have more money. And have more money. And have more money. Then die.
That's the whole idea in life is to make more as you can.
No, it's not. You got to live life. You got to live life, and you got to enjoy life now, today. Now, the stuff about sitting here and saving money for tomorrow that may not come, it's ridiculous. Now, I have nothing against saving money on the sides. You have some money to
Yeah.
save, sure. But you just put all your money in the bank. Ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's
No.
ridiculous.
But believe me, and I've been out of work 20 years. In the last 20 years, I spent quite a bit, because I was in.
Mikey Arugula, actually, Mikey Arugula thinks he has COVID. The morning of Friday morning, he said he can't go. He's sick. He thinks he might have COVID, so that's why he didn't go. I'll tell you this: whatever he put in there is dirt cheap. I'll tell you that.
Wait. Oh, my coffee's here.
I don't know what it takes to get through to some people. Oh, but he was able to retire at 49 and do what? You're looking at it. To do what? Okay, so you retire. What are you doing with your money? Nothing.
I
Just
bought
count your money every day.
Wait a minute. I bought this house and property here. I went through a lot of cars. Always had 2 cars in the family. I got
Where?
I got garden tractors downstairs in the basement.
Grass
I
can
got
sit in the house. Yeah.
I got all the media and music that I ever would want. My collection. I don't collect gold or jewelry. I don't like that shit. But I spent enough money in my lifetime.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, spend it on the children and the grand. You don't have children.
I got 9 grandchildren. What are you talking about? You got kids. I got 9 grandchildren. What do you think? We don't buy them shit?
Okay, so that's nice. How about spending something on yourself instead of always the grandchildren?
No. You don't. As you get older, you ain't old yet. When you get older, you find out you can't take anything with you.
That's what I said. You're right. You can't take it with you. Suspend it.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We agree.
just accumulate shit in the house. Nah, it's not healthy. It's not healthy.
We agree.
It gets in your way after a while. You get frustrated. Then you want to get rid of it. It's pointless.
Danny, I don't know, man. You say, you get older. You've been saying you've been doing this since you're working, always putting money in the bank. Not all of the money in the bank, all of it. Not just some, not some. All of it you've been putting in the bank, you said.
Yeah, because I had money for my 3 family to live off. I didn't need my paycheck. My parents taught me very well. They were poor. In Italy, they're lucky if they eat meat once in a while. Potatoes. They have potatoes. A lot of potatoes.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested in your life story.
But
I had to use that 3 times on you today, and I never use it for anybody else.
I know I aggravate you, but that's the way it goes. You don't want to hear it. Joe is spend. That's it.
No, it's spend. Hold on. It's spend, save some. Spend, save some. That's the difference.
See, if you had enough money, you could have went to the Chicago Fest. You didn't have no money.
I love this. Then they act like they always say that. Then you would have had some money to go to Chicago. Yeah, but if I would have saved the money to go to Chicago Fest, then I would have been doing 198 other things I did all year with the money. You understand? Okay, so I skipped the fest. If the Chicago Fest was the most important thing in my life, I would have foregone some of the other things. I would have foregone some of the other things, skipped them because the fest was more important to me. Not that important to me. Otherwise, I would have done that. Okay, try again. Try again.
What'd you do sensible with your money this whole year so far?
Sensible?
Yeah, sensible.
How many times do I have to tell you that sensible is up to me, not up to you? What I feel.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm not
gonna play into your game.
You see?
Thank you, Lynette. I think that's true too. I gotta say it. No, I think it would have been nice to. I don't know. From what I could see of it, it looks like it's not that well attended. From the pictures I've seen, it looks like there's not a lot of people missed the fest. A lot of people that usually go didn't go. So I don't really know, but thanks. Well, I got to say, Robert P., nobody knows this better than me when it comes to people like yourself. They're very generous. I know that.
I gave Joe $50. I think another time 20 one time.
Danny,
I put it on the wrong channel. I put it on the movie channel. And it says it might take me months before I get it because you gotta, I think, earn $100 before you
you
get
did that
money.
one time. Well, I got it now. Now I got it. You want to give me some money there, Danny? You could do that. No,
I'll give you more money for ice cream. Turkey Hill.
I don't think I'm going to do ice cream today, but I'm going to do either ravioli or hero, one or the other.
Raviolis.
Good for you, Marcus. You bought yourself a TV, say, because you saved your money. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, I told you I don't agree. I don't agree with it. That's simple as that. It's not that I'm against saving. Of course, I'm in favor of saving, and I'm an open book. In my life, I should have done a lot more of it than I did. There's no doubt about it. But I have no regrets that I've enjoyed myself. I had a great time my whole life doing whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But you see, this is the way I see it. Okay, in the future he's gonna move. When he moves, I think his girlfriend should have a car. She should, because she's not gonna be able to walk to the stores. God forbid Joe breaks a leg and he can't get out of the house.
By the way, I love this too. Okay, what do you think that I do, Marcus? I've bought many televisions. When the TV, that's another thing. When my TV goes or something's wrong with it, I don't get it repaired. I go, I'm not even rich, and I go, throw it out, get another one. $1,600. What do you think? I've always gotten new TVs. The other day, I'll be honest with you, right? The other day, I thought the speaker was blown on my TV. You know, something happened. I told the story. I turned the TV on. I heard a pop, pop, and the speaker wasn't working right. All the sound was garbled. And I said, I think I blew the speaker on the TV. It's only 2 or 3 years old. I got to buy it. Now we got to buy a new one. I'm not getting it fixed. I got to buy a new one. And we don't have the money right now. But you want to know something? Look, luckily, I got lucky. I found information. I did information. Found out all you got to do, try unplugging the set and plugging it back in. Apparently, that happens once in a while to these things. So thank God it worked. The sound's fine. But if it wasn't, you bet your ass my girlfriend and I would find some way to get the money to buy a new TV like the next day or same day. Believe me. You know, we take money out of the bank. I'm not saying we don't have a lot in the bank or retirement, whatever it is, or sell a few records here or there. I would find a way to get it. And I always have. Just telling you.
All right. I think you cut me off or something like that. Talking about when you move.
Your stupid thing froze in the middle of you talking again.
All right. Talking about when you move, I think, you know, you're going to move where you can't walk to the store. You need a car. And
you're frozen, Danny. Not me. Oh, congratulations. That's good. That's very good.
Now you hear me now?
For the moment, we hear you.
Okay, so when you move, you know, you're not where there's a lot of stores where you can walk, or she gets a job, she might have to drive, or you have to drive her. But suppose you break a leg or something like that, and you can't drive. How is your girlfriend gonna get it to work? So she's gonna need a car, and then by the time you move, you're
frozen again, Danny. You know, for a guy that talks about how to save money and spend it well, he should live in a place where he gets decent internet. I agree with this. We should all save responsibly as well as live. You're frozen, Danny. I'm sorry. It's the way it is.
I know. I know. I don't know what's going on this morning, but down the road, you're going to need 2 cars, okay? So that's a lot of money. She's going to have to drive, you know?
And here's Danny. He's yelling, oh, what if he breaks his leg? Whatever. Yeah, I guess it can happen, I guess. But the thing is, yeah, I know. First of all, we're going to be in trouble when we move because we're probably going to need a couple of cars, and it's going to be no fun. When we need a car, there's going to be a problem, no doubt about it. Unless we win the lottery.
And how am I now? I don't know what's going on with this fucking modem, but I'm going to complain to Frontier.
Because the way you live in that.
I want credit. I'm going to tell Frontier I have a TV show. And it's getting ruined by your service and like that. And I'm going to call my lawyer. Let's see what happens now.
Maybe you should pay $222 a month to get what you pay for. See?
No way. So anyway, Joe thinks my car got 73,000 miles. I think I need a new car. You can go 200,000
I
miles.
can't buy a new car.
You don't need a new car. 73,000 for a car is nothing. That is
No,
nothing.
that's what you say, but I'm not going to keep driving 6 hours to Maine and back every
Come
Christmas.
on. Buy a Toyota and you'll never regret it.
I never regret what I got.
Buy a Toyota. I'm telling you.
Stick with the cars that I got. Don't worry.
I'm going to take a picture of it. I have a Toyota Avalon 1997. It's 20 years old. Okay? It's a fast car. It runs beautiful, and it looks like it's only 2 years old. And the only thing I changed was brakes and exhaust system in all the years that I owned it.
Because you don't do anything. You sit in your house all day. Well, this is a good time to end the show because it's 2 hours. It's going to go over 2 hours. And Danny's freezing too much. So,
wait a minute. Wait. Robert P., see that? That's the wrong one.
I'm never going to live in a place like that. Never going to live to a place where it's far away and get to live. That's crazy. I like to be right where everything is.
See, Robert P. I had a Toyota, right? 253,000.
Yeah, well, I have a Hyundai, and I love Hyundais. All right, I got no problem with them for 10, 15 years, and I got no problems with them. They're great.
It's a good car.
Highest rated car, 100,000 mile warranty, 10-year warranty.
Yeah, but you're telling me my car got 73,000 miles. It's old.
Yeah, so I'm worried about it. Yeah, I don't like a car having 73. I like them having 3,000 miles on it. I don't like a car having 70. I start thinking it's getting up there. Yes, I do think that. Danny, you're frozen with a miserable look on your face.
Oh, shit. You know, highway miles are the best. It's the city driving is the worst. Stop and go. Highway driving is the best. But my car, eventually something's going to happen. I'm not going to, you know what they said